Hey there, deep diver.
Yeah.
Ready to jump into the world of AI?
Always.
Awesome. So you sent us this really cool Arabic YouTube video.
Yeah.
All about the biggest names in AI.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to break it all down. You know who these people are, but we're going to find out why their work matters. And we have an expert here to help us do just that.
Looking forward to it.
Get ready for some serious aha moments because this deep dive is going to be epic.
It's so interesting to see how this video goes beyond just the current AI superstars.
Yeah.
It really focuses on those foundational scientists.
Yeah.
The people who set the stage for everything that we're seeing today.
Yeah, it's like they built the launch pad for all the AI rockets that we're seeing now.
Exactly.
And speaking of groundwork, the video dives into some Nobel Prize winning science.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of John Hopfield?
Of course. His work on Hopfield networks is legendary.
Hopfield network.
It's like, imagine a spider web, right? Each strand is like a connection. And the more you use a certain pathway, the stronger those strands become.
Oh.
So that's very similar to how a Hopfield network learns and remembers.
Oh, wow.
It was revolutionary for understanding how machines could mimic the human brain.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. So the video also talks about Geoffrey Hinton, who basically kickstarted the deep learning revolution.
Yeah, back in the 80s.
Back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Wow. And so think self-driving cars, facial recognition, a lot of that stems from his work.
Exactly. If Hopfield built the foundation, Hinton put up the walls and started adding rooms.
Oh, wow.
He created the tools that allowed AI to become much more powerful.
And the video doesn't stop there. It highlights Jan LeCun, who created convolutional neural networks.
Yeah.
I know that sounds like a mouthful, but it's the tech behind things like Instagram filters
That's a good way to put it.
and even medical imaging.
It's like teaching a computer to see
Wow.
by showing it tons of pictures of cats or whatever it is that you're trying to get it to recognize. So it starts to pick up on those patterns. Yeah, the pointy ears, the whiskers, the fluffy tail, and it learns to identify a cat.
Oh.
Lee Kun's work was a huge leap forward in image recognition.
So the video also highlights someone who is making AI accessible to everyone,
Yes.
Andrew Ng.
Yeah.
Not only is he a brilliant Stanford professor, but he also founded Coursera,
Mm-hmm.
which offers a ton of AI courses online.
That's crucial.
Right.
Making AI education accessible is key to its development because the more people understand it,
Yeah.
the more minds we have working on solutions and innovations.
Right.
It's like opening up the AI playground to everyone.
Exactly. And speaking of innovators, let's move on to the company leaders who are really pushing the boundaries of AI. So the video puts a spotlight on Demis Hassabis, CEO of DeepMind.
Yeah.
He's a neuroscientist who co-founded the company behind AlphaGo, which famously beat a world champion Go player.
But honestly, what's even more impressive is their creation of AlphaFold,
Okay.
which can predict how proteins fold, and this is huge for medicine.
Oh, wow.
Imagine if you could design drugs that are specifically tailored to target certain diseases.
Wow.
That's the potential that AlphaFold unlocks.
Wow. That's truly mind-blowing. To think that AI can solve a problem that stumped scientists for decades.
Crazy, right?
It really makes you wonder, what else can AI achieve right?
Absolutely. And speaking of pushing boundaries, we can't forget OpenAI,
OpenAI.
the company behind ChatGPT,
Yes. ChatGPT.
that AI chatbot everyone's been talking about.
Yes. Sam Altman, the CEO, is a major figure in the AI landscape.
Big time.
It seems like ChatGPT really shook things up.
It did. It was like a wake-up call for other companies.
Yeah.
The video even mentioned Sundar Pichai,
Yeah.
the CEO of Google,
Right?
admitting they weren't first to the chatbot race, but they're determined to catch up.
Wow.
It's like a high-stakes game of technological leapfrog.
I like that.
One company makes a breakthrough, and then everyone else is scrambling to innovate even faster.
It's amazing. The pace of development is incredible.
Yeah.
And at the forefront of this race is Mustafa Suleyman. He co-founded DeepMind and is now head of AI at Microsoft.
Wow.
He's aiming for the holy grail of AI, artificial general intelligence,
Well, yeah.
an AI that can basically do anything a human can do, intellectually speaking.
And this is where things get really interesting.
Yeah.
And potentially a bit unnerving.
Yeah.
Imagine an AI that can compose music and write poetry and solve complex equations.
Wow.
I mean, the potential is immense.
Yeah.
But it also raises some pretty big questions
Yeah.
about the very nature of intelligence and consciousness.
Right.
What does that even mean
Right.
to be as intelligent as us?
It's mind-boggling, right?
Absolutely.
And that leads us to the next category of influential figures,
The
the innovators. These are the folks using AI in ways we might not even imagine yet.
Yeah.
The video mentions Victor Ripperbelli,
Okay.
CEO of Synthesia.
Mm.
His company creates deepfakes, which can make anyone appear to say or do anything on video.
Yeah.
Think about the implications for a moment. You could have a video of yourself giving a presentation
Right.
you never actually gave, or even a historical figure delivering a modern-day speech.
It's wild.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
But it also raises some serious concerns
Of course.
about misinformation and manipulation.
Huge.
That's true. It's
Yeah.
like a digital hall of mirrors.
Exactly.
But Ripperbelli claims that they're very aware of the ethical implications.
Okay.
They ban deepfakes with sexual content and require consent from anyone whose likeness is used.
That's good. It's reassuring to see that companies are trying to be responsible with such powerful technology.
Yeah.
Still a slippery slope, though.
Oh, absolutely.
And it does make you wonder how we'll ever be able to fully trust what we see or hear online.
And it's like we need to develop a whole new set of digital detective skills.
Exactly.
But moving on, the video also highlights Arvind Srinivas. Okay.
And his company, Plexi. Imagine being able to summarize an entire website
Wow.
with just a few clicks.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing.
Talk about a time saver.
Right.
But also, you know, it disrupts traditional media outlets.
Right.
Think about it. If you can get the gist of a news article in seconds, why would you spend time reading the whole thing?
Right,
It raises questions about the future of journalism.
Absolutely. And information consumption.
Right.
This is where AI gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Shaking up industries and making us rethink how we do things.
Yeah.
Another innovator the video features is Daphne Koller.
Okay.
She's using AI to analyze tons of genetic data, searching for connections that humans might miss.
Oh, wow. It's like having an army of superpowered research assistants
Right.
working around the clock.
Exactly.
Koller's work could lead to breakthroughs in understanding diseases and developing new treatments.
Yeah.
Imagine the possibilities for personalized medicine. It's incredible to think about the potential impact on healthcare, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
But the video doesn't shy away from the darker side of AI either.
Right.
It profiles Ilya Sutskever,
Okay.
the founder of OpenAI, who's grappling with the risks of superintelligence,
Right.
AI that surpasses human intelligence.
This is where the sci-fi scenarios start to feel a little too real.
Right.
What happens when we create something smarter than ourselves?
Wow.
Can we control it?
Right.
Can we ensure that it aligns with our values? These are the questions that keep Sutskever up at night.
Yeah.
And honestly, they should probably keep us all up at night, too.
It's like that saying, with great power comes great responsibility, but amplified like a millionfold.
Right.
And that brings us to the final group.
Okay.
The video explores the thinkers.
The thinkers.
These are the philosophers and the ethicists
Yeah.
who are trying to wrap their heads around the big picture implications of AI. The video mentions Ray Kurzweil, author of The Singularity is Near. He believes that AI will eventually lead to a point where humans merge with technology,
Wow.
achieving a kind of immortality.
Kurzweil's ideas are definitely thought-provoking, even if they seem a bit far out there.
Yeah.
It raises interesting questions about the boundaries between humanity and technology.
Right.
What does it even mean to be human
Yeah.
in a world where we can potentially transcend
Right.
our biological limitations?
It's like we're rewriting the rules of existence. Another thinker highlighted in the video is Nick Bostrom, a philosopher at Oxford University. He's known for his work on the potential dangers of superintelligence, arguing that we need to carefully align AI's goals with our own to avoid any unintended consequences.
It's like teaching a child right from wrong.
Wow.
But on a cosmic scale,
Wow.
we need to ensure that any superintelligent AI we create shares our values and works towards a future that benefits all of humanity,
Right.
not just a select few.
It's a huge responsibility, but one we can't afford to ignore.
For sure.
And finally, the video introduces us to Ethan Mollick,
Okay.
a professor who takes a slightly different approach.
Okay.
He sees AI as a co-intelligence,
Co-intelligence, I like that.
a tool that can augment human capabilities and help us solve problems collaboratively.
So it's a more optimistic view,
Right.
focusing on the potential for partnership rather than dominance.
Right.
Imagine working side by side with an AI
Yeah.
that can process information at lightning speed analyze complex data, and offer creative solutions that we might never have thought of on our own.
Right.
It's like having the ultimate brainstorming buddy.
That's a great way to put it.
Malik's perspective reminds us that AI doesn't have to be a threat.
Yeah.
It can be a powerful ally if we approach it with the right mindset.
Yeah, it's like AI can be this incredible tool for amplifying our own abilities, but it also forces us to confront some really deep questions about what it means to be human.
For sure.
This whole conversation about AI and co-intelligence makes me think back to those deepfakes we were discussing earlier.
Yeah.
It's almost like AI is blurring the lines.
It is.
Between what's real and what's not.
It really is.
Pushing us to rethink how we perceive the world around us.
Yeah, think about it. If we can create these hyper-realistic videos of anyone saying or doing anything, how do we know what to believe anymore?
Right. It's a challenge to our sense of truth.
It is.
And authenticity.
Totally.
It's like we need a new set of lenses to navigate this digital landscape. We can't just passively consume information anymore. We have to be active participants in discerning what's real and what's fabricated.
Absolutely. And this is where critical thinking and media literacy becomes so important. We need to be aware of that potential for manipulation and really develop strategies for verifying information, evaluating sources. It's like becoming a digital detective. You're constantly questioning what you see and hear online.
It's a whole new level of awareness.
It is.
We need to cultivate in this age of AI. This deep dive has really been eye-opening, and I feel like I've gained a much deeper understanding, not just of the technology itself, but the profound impact it's having on our society.
For sure.
And even our sense of self.
It's been a fascinating journey, hasn't it?
It has.
And the most important thing to remember is that this conversation is just beginning.
It is.
AI is constantly evolving, and as it does, it will continue to challenge our assumptions, push our boundaries, force us to ask some really tough questions.
So where do we go from here? What can we as individuals do to ensure that AI is used for good and not for harm?
Well, first and foremost, stay curious.
Okay.
Keep learning about AI and its implications. Read articles, watch documentaries, listen to podcasts. There's a wealth of information out there that can help you stay informed.
Knowledge is power,
Exactly. Especially in a field like this that is so complex and rapidly changing. And don't be afraid to have conversations about AI with your friends, family, colleagues. The more we talk about these issues, the better equipped we'll be as a society to make informed decisions.
It's about taking ownership of our future, not just passively letting technology dictate it.
Precisely. And remember, AI is ultimately a tool created by humans. It's up to us to decide how we want to use it. Do we want to create a future where AI empowers us, enriches our lives, and helps us solve the world's most pressing problems? Or do we want to just sleepwalk into a future where AI exacerbates inequality, erodes our privacy, and undermines our values? The choice is ours.
That's a powerful reminder. This deep dive has been incredibly insightful. And I feel like I've walked away with not just a deeper understanding of AI, but a renewed sense of responsibility for shaping its future.
It's been a pleasure diving deep with you.
Likewise.
And for all of our listeners out there, we'd love to hear your thoughts, what resonated with you, what questions are still swirling around in your mind. Share your insights in the comments below. And let's continue this conversation together.
Absolutely.
Until next time, Deep Divers.